Hello everyone, it's Cash here, back with another video. Today I'm going to show you how to make a code system in Roblox Studio. So let's get started. First things first, I'm going to create a GUI. I'm going to name this Codes GUI. Reset on spawn will be false, ignore GUI inset will be false or true. We'll create a frame, and then this will be called Codes Frame. And then I'll just scale this up and make it like that. So if you want to have Twitter codes or something in your game and you want people to be able to redeem them and stuff like that, this is the perfect tutorial for you. So I'm just going to make this called Twitter codes, background transparency, change that to white, create a button, text button. Okay, scale this down. Put that as X. Make the background color the same as this, just a little darker. Make this white. There we go. Add a little border to make it look nice. Like so. I'll just do 7. And then take the color of this. Put it right there. There we go, looks pretty nice, I'd say. And I'm actually going to increase the color of this just a little bit. There we go. And now we have the Twitter codes frame. So what we have to do now is just create a text box. And this one right here will just be named enter code in the placeholder text. And we'll put that right there. And we'll create another text button called submit. Okay, and it looks like we made the frame a little too big, so we'll just scale it down, and then actually we'll scale it a little bit up. Move this right there, right there. Okay, move this down, scale this up, scale this up, and now we have a good little code entry thing. Right here, I'm actually going to change this color. Actually, it can stay the same. Alright, so now you can enter the codes and stuff. Now that we have the GUI, what we'll do is we'll name everything. So this will just be line. And we'll name the important stuff like code input box or just code input. And then this will be close button. This will be submit button, and this right here will just be title. And I'll actually shrink that down. Okay, now what we're gonna do is make it so it can be opened and closed. So we'll create a frame, and not actually a frame, we'll create a button in this thing. And this will be open code, actually we'll just do codes. Make the color changes that we need. Okay. And then what we do is name this open button. And what we could actually do is just delete the close button, because we can open it with this both times. And we'll call this manage. And we'll do local GUI equals script.parent. Local codes frame equals GUI wait for child codes frame, and then local open button equals GUI wait for child open button, and then we'll do local code input box equals GUI wait for child code input box, or actually not GUI, frame codes frame wait for child input code input, local submit button equals codes frame wait for child submit, local title, well we don't need that. Okay, and then what we'll do is open button dot activated connect function codes frame dot visible equals not codes frame dot visible. So what this does is basically it changes this to the opposite of what this is. So if it's visible and you can see it, it takes it off. If it isn't visible, then it puts it on. So that way, this just makes it so you don't have to do so much stuff. Okay, and what we'll do also is submit button.activated connect function. And this is where we're going to put all the code. So we'll do if code input box. Actually, we'll do local text equals code input box.text. We'll do if text is not equal to this, then. If you want to add a limit to where like you can't do too many letters or something like that, the local limit equals like 15, and we're gonna do if hashtag text. Actually, just do if and hashtag text is less than or equal to 15, and then we'll do else text equals old text, and old text we'll have right here, local old text, put that right here, and then this will just be equal to that. And then if it's not, then we just set old text to text. And then we also need a remote function to fire to the server. So we'll do local remote equals game.storage, wait for child. Then we can create a remote function. And then just name this codes remote. And wait for child, codes remote. Okay? And then we'll do old text equals to text. We'll just do local redeem. And then we'll do message equals remote invoke server. And then we'll do text. Actually, string.lower text. Okay? So what that does is it makes all the letters lowercase. So basically, it makes it so like if you do a for loop, it doesn't check for capitalization, so it's all lowered. And that's going to be really helpful. Okay, and we'll do if redeemed, then else. So if the code is redeemed, basically all this does is it returns if like whatever the script returns is redeemed, and then if it's not redeemed, we're gonna like send a message. So if redeemed, then we'll do submit. Actually, not submit button. We'll do open button or code input box dot text editable equals false, and then code input box dot text equals redeemed, and then code input box dot background color 3. Actually, we'll just do text color 3 equals to color 3 dot from RGB 0 to 55 0. Then we'll do wait 1, and we'll reset it. So the way we're going to reset it is just make a thing called reset, copy all of this, put it in there, make this nothing, make this true, and then change this to white, or black I think it was. Okay, and then wait 1, reset. Then we're going to copy this into here and put reset also. And what we do is, actually we need an end right here. What we'll do is textable equals false, and then text equals to the message, and the text color 3 is going to be red, so make this red. So now if it's true, then alright, so if we press play, it's actually gonna pop up a message saying nil or something like that. So what we'll do is just F, and nothing happens because it doesn't fire anything or return anything. So what we're gonna do is actually what we're gonna do, wait, I think less than or equal to 15. I think if we just make this, no, that's perfectly fine. Okay, I think it's actually just because of the event. So what we'll do up here is create a script called codes, local remote, game.replicate storage, wait for child, codes remote, and we'll do remote.onServerInvoke equals function, and then put the player and then the code. So what we'll do is also create a module script under this called codes, or well, codes mod, and well, just call this codes, and then this will be codes manage. We'll create a function up here called check, and then return, or we'll do code, and then local codes equals script, or require script.codes, and then we'll do for every code, or actually for key and code in pairs codes do, and actually make this C because it needs to be, so if code is equal to C, then return true, and then over here we'll do return false. And the reason we're not doing an else right here is because if it'll just go through one code, and if it's not that code, it'll return false. So we don't want to do that. We want to return false over here. And then what we'll do is local check, or actually local is a code equals check and then code. So if is a code, then we'll do else return false, and then this one will be return true, and then down here we'll also do invalid code. And also we don't want people redeeming the same code over and over, so what we'll actually do is publish this to Roblox, and we'll call this codes, and now it'll be your game so you can do whatever you want with it. What I'm going to do is just press create on this. And now that we created it, go to game settings, security, and then enable studio access so we can use data stores. And then in here, we'll just, in this module script, we'll just name this codes. And we'll do codes, actually, press enter a couple times on that. And we'll do code 1, or you can name it whatever you want, it doesn't matter. I'll name this one fast code, and this the code right here, so we'll do code or well, you want to lowercase this too, so well, the code will just be super fast, and that'll be the code. And now it's the code checks if that, and yeah, okay, that works. And now we need to create a data store right here. So local data store equals game get service data store service. Actually, we'll name this DSS for data store service, and we'll do local data store equals DSS get data store, and we'll do redeemed codes, and the key will just be the player's thing. I'll show you guys what to do. Okay, so we'll do local data equals data store get async, and we need to do, actually what we'll do instead is, no, that works. Okay, we'll put player right here, and then in here we'll just fire with the player. Okay, and then is a code, and then redeemed. So if they already redeemed it, and we're gonna do if there's a code, we'll do if not redeemed, then else, and we'll do return true, then return false, redeemed already. Okay, so what that will do is we'll return false right here. So no matter what, the redeemed will be nil if we don't return anything. So we'll do get async and player dot user ID dot C. So what that does is the code name. So what we do is we concatenate the user ID with the code name, and if there's data for that, then so we'll do if not data, then return true, and we'll do else return false true. And before we do return true though, what we'll do is data store set async player.userid.c, and what that does is well, we have to set the value to, so we'll just set it true, and that's it. So it sets if it's redeemed or not. Okay, and if not redeemed, then we have to get the code. So this will actually be the function. So we'll create another codes thing. This will be called functions, and we have the code right there. So we'll just do local func equals, we'll go up here, local functions equals require script.functions, and local func equals functions, and we'll do code, and I'll do if function, then call it, and all you gotta do is call it with the player, and that's it. And then what we do is we go into this, and we'll name this to functions. This one will be functions 2. And then what we do here is we go like this, and then we create a name for the code. So the code was like fast code or something like that, or super fast. Yeah, super fast. And what we'll do is we call that with the player, or actually just set it to a function, player. And then what we do is local character equals game.workspace front player dot name. If character, then local humanoid equals character find first child humanoid. If humanoid, then humanoid dot walk speed equals to 32. Okay, we're gonna press play here and just check out what happens. So we can turn off the codes GUI, invalid code, blah blah blah. So it works. And if we do fast, doesn't work. Invalid code, super fast. It redeemed it. Okay, and it looks like we're fast. So to make sure it says that we redeem it, what we'll do is we'll just go to here, and if redeemed, then print code redeemed, and else print code not redeemed, and then we'll do message. Okay, let's press play. If we enter fast, or not fast, super fast, invalid code again. Wait, no, the code is super fast. Yeah, so what it did is it saved the data store. So now that we know it does actually work, and what we can do is create another code, but what's weird is that if not redeemed, and we do else return false redeemed already, else return false. Okay, and we'll do God code. Also, in the manage, just one thing we have to fix is actually in the code input. Yeah, what we'll do is copy this, clear text on focus, and do that too, and then go into reset on focus, or clear on focus equals true. And now we'll create another code, and we'll make this like, I don't know, say hi code equals say hi. And what this will do is functions dot say hi. Is that the code? Yeah. Equals function player, and we'll just do print player.name said hi. Okay, and no matter what, they can only redeem it once. So that's cool. So we'll do say hi, redeemed, and now if we try it again, invalid code. It's weird though, I don't know why actually it's not returning that it's a thing. So if not redeemed, and redeemed is, yeah, it should be right. Return true, and we'll return false and then true. So if is a code, oh, okay. So what we gotta do is checking if there's a code. Oh, okay, so we'll return true and then true. That's the issue. Okay. And what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna use data store editor right here. Connect to the codes, or redeemed codes. And if you've never used this, it's pretty simple. What we do is I actually made a plugin just for this. It's called user ID grabber. I actually coded it. Here it is. I copy that, put it right there, and then what we do is just code name. So I'll do fast or super fast. And there we go, so it says true. All I gotta do is delete the data. Okay, and now if I go ahead and press play, and I enter super fast again, it says redeemed, and if I enter it again, redeemed already. Perfect. Okay, it works. So it's pretty simple. You just create, you make a function with the code name, and then that's it. That's all you got to do. And then in this one, it checks. There's a lot of if statements, and that's it. But the code itself is pretty simple. It's just for effect, really. If actually, we don't even need any of this. It's just for, you know, making it so the client knows. So it's, and then this, all this code is actually just so the client knows if they've redeemed it or not. Okay, that's it for this video, guys, and I'm going to leave this model in the description down below. Make sure to join my Discord server if you have questions, subscribe, hit the like button in this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.